Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, the Tsogofatso, and today I'm going to be chatting about my 2-year journey of working in tech, and I cannot believe that it has been 2 years already. It is so crazy. It feels like it was just the other day when I was making this video sharing my 1-year journey. If you haven't seen it, do check it out. I'll leave it up in the cards and down in the description. And this video is just going to be very casual. I'm just going to be reflecting over the last 2 years, and yeah, if you enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you still have any other questions, drop them in the comment section, and please do subscribe. We are on the road to 25,000, and yeah guys, let us get started. Alright guys, so I currently work full-time as a software engineer, and I have been working this job for 1 year and 5 months now, and I worked the previous job for 7 months. So I started working in March 2021, and it is now March 2023. It's been such a crazy journey, but yeah, I share a lot about this on this channel. I'm going to repeat some things that I've said in this video, so yeah, this is just, as I said, just me just chatting about my journey. So I studied computer science at the University of Pretoria for 3 years, and I graduated in April 2021. So I had done all the requirements by the time I got my job, but I hadn't officially graduated. I still haven't had a real graduation where I get to walk across the stage. Like, I'm seeing all those posts like shout out to everyone, but I still want my graduation. Someone said I must go back to do my honors if I want to get a graduation, and I said, let me think about that. But yeah, so I just did my 3-year degree. I didn't do my honors, and yeah, I worked for a very small company. I had actually been working for them in my final year as a web developer, and then when I finished my qualification, they found out that I had done my final project. It was a group project where we made a location-based game using React Native. So they found out that I had gained some experience with React Native, and their projects that they were working on were in React Native, so they were interested in that. So I had the interview, and then I got the job. So that's how I was able to get my first job right after studying, before I even graduated. And yeah, so I stayed there for 7 months, and the reason I decided to leave that company was because I mentioned it was a very small company. So I just kind of looking to go into a bigger company and grow a little more and learn a little more. So that's when I moved jobs. So I got my job through OfferZen. I have shared a video about that, and yeah, so do check it out. I had also gotten another job offer, but I wasn't like too excited about that job. But then when my current job approached me, I was like, okay, I'm listening. And yeah, so I was very excited about my current job, and yeah, that's what I went through with the interview and everything, and I got the job. So I've been working there for 1 year and 5 months, as I mentioned, and it's been quite the journey. I think when I started, I was so nervous because I'm like, I barely have like any experience outside of school. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I still feel like that at times, but I feel like I've grown so much. I think one thing that I actually struggled with when starting out is like actually asking for help, because I think some things you are meant to just like figure out on your own, but you also need to know when to ask for help. So it's kind of like finding a balance between those two things. But I've learned that actually like asking for help actually helps a lot. Like sometimes you're just stuck on a silly thing and you just ask someone like, hey, how do I do this? And people are always willing to help, and people also reach out to you as well, because sometimes there's things that you know that other people don't know, and it's just, I think it's good to work together. And ever since I started working, I've been fully remote. So with my first job, where I worked 7 months, I worked in a co-working space. So I had an office, but the people that I worked with at the office weren't working with me. They were doing their own thing. I was doing my own thing. We just had like the shared office space. So it was an interesting experience. It was nice to be out of the house and just getting to interact with people. But now I work fully remote. This is my office. This is where I work. Hey guys, I recently got a monitor. I'm gonna do another video where I do like a full updated setup tour. But yeah, so I currently work from home full time. I work 8 to 5, and I really like it as well. I think it requires a lot of discipline, but it's just really great for me. I just like it because I can go to the gym in the morning and start my day, and then work, and then right at 5 o'clock I can get started with my own things. So I really enjoy that. And yeah, so do check out OfferZen. I've heard that if you don't have some qualifications, you can't get on the platform, so that really sucks. But yeah, just check it out and see if you're able to get on there. And in terms of like growth career wise, so I work as a front end React Native developer. So sometime last year, I asked to kind of, transition to full stack. So the reason being, I currently don't really do much coding outside of work because I do so much. Like, I have my channel, I also make candles, I also have a code tutoring company, I also have somewhat of a social life, So it's really hard to find time to kind of do my own things, but I felt like I really wanted to learn. So at work, I just reached out to find out if I can be involved in some of the back end work, and they were happy with that. So that's when I started learning Golang. So I just did like a course on Udemy just to kind of learn things. But personally, I feel like I learn better by the practical work. So once I started getting hands on and everything, that's when I kind of started figuring things out. And I'm still very much learning that. But yeah, it's just nice to see that, okay, I'm learning, I'm growing. And I think that's something also to look out for, because like sometimes you get, like, I've been enjoying the work I'm doing with React Native. So it's so easy to kind of to just get comfortable and be like, okay, now I know what I'm doing, there's no need to learn. So that's where I am now. I'm always just trying to put myself out there, learn a bit more. I also want to start a series here on this channel. I think I've said it in so many videos, but I'm gonna start it soon, where I just work on some projects and share them on here. I think what has been stopping me is just what I mentioned, just feeling like there's a lot that I don't know. But I think I'm gonna start it and just put it out there, as we're all here to learn and grow together. I do admit I have 2 years experience, which I think is a decent amount of experience, but I'm not gonna know everything in 2 years. So I'll be open for people to come in to help me out. We're all here to learn and grow together. But yeah, so far everything has been good. So I feel like I am growing in my career. I am still willing to learn more. If there's any resources, anything you guys think I should check out, please do share them in the comment section, guys. Please, or reach out to me via email or DM me on Instagram if you want to share any resources for us to learn, And yeah, and in terms of pay, because I know that's something people really like to hear about, especially in tech. I do like to share numbers, but with my current salary, I still feel that thing. I don't know what it is, so I'll just share it. But I'll share. So actually, when I was in my final year, I did in my final year, I did an internship for about 2 months. So during that time, I was working there part time, and I got paid 450 rands per day. So I was working as, like, I was doing mostly like web development and just helping them out with other like admin tasks. So I got 450 rands per day for that. And then with my first job, my first full-time job as a software developer, I got paid 22,000 rands per month. So that is before any deductions like tax or anything like that. So yeah, since then I've worked my way up, and my current salary range is between 35 to 45,000 rands. So that is with 2 years experience as a software developer. And in terms of like my day-to-day work, I've shared a day in my life on this channel. So what I usually do, I'm usually working on bugs or new features, and I'm also in meetings where we kind of discuss what work needs to be done and just all sorts of other stuff. But it's mostly just meetings, working on bugs, and working on new features, and also getting some help and helping other people out at work. So that's just how everything works. I remember in last year's video, I spoke a bit on like the work-life balance, and I was feeling kind of like drained. I feel like I was just pushing myself a bit too hard because this year I'm still doing everything that I do. Like I still make and sell my candles. I still teach people how to code through Easy Code. I still create content here on YouTube. I'm now on TikTok as well. Follow me. And I'm also doing like reels on Instagram. So I'm doing a lot, but I think I'm managing it better this year. I've created like a whole timetable as if I was in school. Like I'm like, on this day, that's what I do. That's what's working for me now. And then 8 to 5, I'm pushing work. And yeah, and also at work I do travel for work sometimes, so like every like 3 months or so we usually fly out to Cape Town to do some workshops and planning. So yeah, I think I think not a lot of like people travel to be like developers, but where I work it is something that we do. But yeah, so work life balance, I feel like I'm balancing that out. And also, I only work 8 to 5. I have never been required to work outside of my working hours. I think also another thing that plays with that is because I am still quite a junior dev. I told someone the other day that I'm a junior dev, and they're like, are you though? So actually, I think I would like to. I'm trying to like just I'm trying to like level up. I don't want to be a junior dev forever. So I think soon, I think next video, I'm not gonna be saying I'm a junior dev, but yeah, I think also I've been just pushing my work. And as I mentioned, guys, I know this video is a bit all over the place, but as I said, it's just a little chat. I am upskilling, trying to learn more. So another thing I realized, I'm like, okay, I don't want to be all over the place, like learning a bit of this, learning a bit of that, and then not being really good at one of them. So I kind of just want to kind of focus still on kind of being, figuring out everything about React Native, learning as much as I can so I can push that. Like, okay, it's something that I'm really good at, so I'm trying to do that now. But I think it contradicts what I just said, but I'm still open to learning other things. I want to be a full stack dev, but I also want to be good. So I don't want to just learn everything. I also get a lot of questions from people like asking like which language should you learn. I think it also depends on what you're trying to do, because for example with like front end, there's also like if you're doing mobile development, there's also like Flutter. So if you could decide between like React Native or Flutter. If you're doing like web development, you can look at like Vue.js, you can look at React. There's so many different things. I think at the end of the day is where you want to see yourself and what you're trying to accomplish. But yeah, I am still here, still learning, still growing. I'm still going to be sharing my journey on this channel. Yeah, I'm happy. I think that I'm recording this video because I'm like, okay, I'm noticing a little bit of growth. And in terms of the salary as well, because my salary increased, I guess, initially from like changing jobs, but then at work I did get a salary increase because of like my performance, that I was performing well. So it's also good to see like, okay, hard work pays off, literally. But yeah, so I am looking to continue going up the ladder, kind of just learning more, being just more confident with my skills and learning as much as I can. But I think I'm happy with the journey so far. I also just wanted to touch on my experience of being a woman in tech. So when I started my current job, I was the first female developer, so I felt a lot of pressure because I'm like, I'm representing all the women in the world. So it felt like like I'm not being judged as a junior dev. It feels like I'm judged as like a female developer. It's like, if you make a mistake, it's like, so it's a lot of pressure. But yeah, I'm just really happy to have this platform like my YouTube channel that can kind of show like, hey, there's women in tech, we exist and we're doing this. So it's just really nice. I'm also, if you check my community tab, I also like to share some opportunities from Girl Code. And I just share lots of different opportunities, something that I started doing I think the beginning of this year. But yeah, so I think being a woman in tech, I haven't had a bad experience, nothing. I have had someone I have like a funny comment saying like I got my job because I'm a woman, and they're trying to put the numbers. So it wasn't someone from work, it was someone from like social media. and I was like, it's giving weird. But yeah, other than that, I've never had like a bad experience. I'm always having a good experience at work. Even here on my channel, I get a lot of positive feedback from both men and women, so that's really great. And yeah, I'm just, yeah, oh, women in tech, we're here, we exist, we're doing it. And yeah, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. And in terms of people that are looking to get into tech, I think there's so many different ways to get into tech, and there's also so many different jobs in tech. It's not just like software developers and software engineers, there's so many different things. And that's why I kind of I have a series on my channel where I kind of interview people in tech. So guys, if you're in tech and you are willing to be interviewed on my channel, please do reach out via email. But yeah, I think it's just nice to kind of have like a platform to share for people to hear like different experiences and how things are going. And yeah, if you're looking to get started, I just say just check. There's so many, as I said, so many different ways to get into tech, and just see the different opportunities that are available and try it out. I think one thing about me, I really believe in trying things out, seeing how it goes, and just pushing, because sometimes things do get challenging, but you just kind of need to think about the end goal, and yeah, just keep pushing from there. And that's my little bit of advice for today. I also don't have any qualifications outside of my degree, so I feel like I want to kind of push myself to get, only if it's necessary. I think that's the other thing that's been slowing me down a bit, because I just don't want to do something just for the sake of doing it. But I am interested in kind of like putting in the time and effort to get like a qualification for something that would actually help me out. So yeah, so I'm also looking into that. I think this, like, the year 2 is all about growth, or like year 2 was about growth. So it's like year 3, I'm just looking to just, move over to the next step. But yeah, I think that's everything I have to share for today. Just another casual conversation. Drop any questions in the comment section, guys. I will answer them. And yeah, that is it for today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We're on the road to 25,000, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.